Have you ever wondered, am I truly living in the present moment? We often find ourselves entangled in thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future that we forget to experience the now. This is where the practice of mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness, quite simply, is the art of being present, of being fully engaged in whatever we are doing at any given moment. It's about grounding ourselves in the here and now, fully experiencing life as it unfolds. Let me share a personal anecdote. I remember sitting in a cafe one afternoon, sipping my coffee, but my mind was elsewhere, lost in a whirlwind of thoughts. It was only when I consciously turned my attention to the taste of the coffee, the warmth of the cup in my hands, that I truly started to experience the moment. That's presence. As we delve deeper into the art of mindful living, let's explore how we can cultivate presence and awareness. What does it mean to be truly present? It's more than just physically being somewhere. It's about immersing fully in each moment, feeling the ebb and flow of life's rhythm, and embracing the full spectrum of our sensory experiences. Presence is like a beacon of light in the fog of everyday distractions. It illuminates our experiences, bringing clarity and depth to what might otherwise be a flurry of fleeting moments. It's the difference between simply going through the motions. Let me share a personal story. Some years ago, I found myself in the heart of nature, far away from the bustle of city life. Surrounded by towering trees, I could hear the rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, and the whisper of the wind. Initially, my mind was flooded with thoughts about work, deadlines, and my ever-growing to-do lists. But then, I decided to practice presence. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and allowed myself to sink into the moment. I felt the cool breeze against my skin, the texture of the earth beneath my feet, the symphony of sounds around me. It was a simple moment, but intensely profound. I felt connected, grounded, and incredibly alive. So, how can we cultivate this presence in our everyday life? It starts with slowing down and developing a sense of curiosity about our experiences. Pay attention to the details, the steam rising from your morning coffee, the feel of your keys in your hand, the sound of your own breathing. Practice mindfulness during mundane tasks like washing the dishes or brushing your teeth. The more we practice, the easier it becomes to slip into this state of presence, even amidst chaos and busyness. Remember, cultivating presence is not about strength. It's about embracing the beauty of each moment, however ordinary or mundane. It's about finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. Cultivating presence allows us to fully engage with our lives and derive more joy and fulfillment from our experiences. It's not just about being present, it's about truly living. Imagine what would happen if we could be fully aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. In the realm of mindful living, awareness is the key that unlocks the door to self-understanding. Being truly aware means observing without judgment. It's like being a silent witness to your own life, observing the ebb and flow of your thoughts and emotions, understanding the motivations behind your actions, and recognizing the patterns that shape your behavior. I'd like to share a personal experience. Once upon a time, I was caught in a whirlpool of negative thoughts and emotions. The more I tried to escape, the deeper I sank. It was only when I started practicing mindfulness, when I began observing my thoughts and emotions without getting entangled, that I found a way out. I became aware of my patterns, my triggers, and with that awareness came the power to change, to break free from the chains of negativity. This is the transformative power of awareness. It's like shining a flashlight into the darkest corners of your mind. Once you illuminate these corners, once you recognize and acknowledge what's there, you gain the power to clean up, to make changes, to improve, and to heal. So how do we cultivate this awareness? It starts with mindfulness, with being present in the moment. Try to observe your thoughts as they come and go, like clouds in the sky. Don't try to control or change them, just notice them. Similarly, pay attention to your emotions. Notice how they rise and fall like waves in the ocean. Again, don't try to suppress or amplify them. Simply observe and don't forget about your actions. Pay attention to the things you do, the choices you make, and the reasons behind them. Understand that every action has a consequence, and every choice is a reflection of who you are. Remember, cultivating awareness is not about achieving perfection. It's about understanding yourself better, improving your mental and emotional well-being, and living a more mindful, fulfilled life. Awareness is a powerful tool that can transform our lives and bring about profound changes in our mental and emotional well-being. Mindful living sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But it's not always easy. It's like navigating a forest. The path is often obscured by the undergrowth of daily distractions, and it's easy to lose sight of the trail. The first challenge many of us face when trying to live mindfully is the constant bombardment of stimuli. Our phones buzz with notifications, our inboxes overflow with emails, and our minds are often filled with a never-ending to-do list. It's difficult to stay present when we're constantly being pulled in a million different directions. Take, for example, a friend of mine. She was a busy executive, always on the go. When she first tried to incorporate mindfulness into her daily routine, she found it almost impossible. She was so accustomed to multitasking that the act of focusing on one thing at a time felt alien and uncomfortable. But with time and persistence, she found ways to overcome this challenge. She started small. Instead of trying to be mindful all day, she set aside a specific time each day to practice mindfulness. She began with just 5 minutes in the morning, focusing on her breath, her surroundings, or even her cup of coffee. This small change made a big difference. Over time, she was able to extend these moments of mindfulness and incorporate them into other aspects of her day. Another common obstacle is our own mind. We often get caught up in our thoughts, ruminating over the past or worrying about the future. We forget to live in the present. A colleague of mine struggled with this. He was constantly dwelling on past mistakes or future uncertainties. But he found a way through. He learned to recognize when his mind started to wander and gently guided it back to the present. He discovered that mindfulness was not about achieving a state of perpetual calm, but rather about acknowledging his thoughts without judgment and focusing on the here and now. The journey to mindful living may be challenging, but the rewards are well worth the effort. So what does mindful living bring to our lives? Let's dive right in. Imagine waking up each day feeling rejuvenated, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. This is the power of mindful living. By being present, focusing on the here and now, we can significantly improve our mental health. Mindfulness equips us with the tools to navigate through life's ups and downs, helping us manage stress, anxiety, and depression more effectively. It's like having a personal life coach, always reminding us to take a step back, breathe, and simply be. Now picture this. You're in a room full of people, engrossed in conversations. But instead of feeling overwhelmed or disconnected, You're fully engaged, actively listening, and genuinely connecting. That's one of the beautiful rewards of mindful living better relationships. By being present, we become better listeners, better friends, better partners. We become more empathetic, understanding, and compassionate. We learn to appreciate the beauty in others, in their stories, in their experiences. And what about happiness? We often chase after it, thinking it lies in the future, in the next achievement, the next milestone. But what if I told you that happiness is right here, right now, in this very moment? Mindful living allows us to tap into this present moment happiness. It teaches us to find joy in the simplest things. The warmth of the sun on our skin, the sound of birds chirping, the taste of our morning coffee. These small moments of joy, when appreciated, mindfully accumulate into a profound sense of contentment and fulfillment. Mindful living is not a quick fix, nor is it a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a personal journey, unique to each of us, and it's a journey well worth embarking on. I've seen it transform my life and the lives of countless others in ways unimaginable. Mindful living can truly transform our lives, bringing us greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. We've explored the art of mindful living, delving into the concepts of presence and awareness. We've journeyed through the significance of mindfulness, a practice that cultivates a deeper connection to our surroundings and ourselves. It's about fully immersing ourselves in the present moment, appreciating the here and now. Rather than getting caught up in the past or future, we've also discussed the essence of presence, a state of being where we consciously direct our attention and focus on the current experience, coupled with awareness, the ability to perceive, feel, or be conscious of events, objects, or sensory patterns. It forms the foundation of mindful living. We've acknowledged the challenges of mindful living, the distractions and hurdles that might appear, but we've also celebrated the rewards it brings, the peace, clarity, and contentment it fosters within us. As we navigate through life, remember, the art of mindful living is a journey, not a destination. Let's embrace the journey and reap the rewards of presence and awareness. See you next time.